And we're live. Happy New Year. All right. Well, welcome to welcome to 2021, everybody.
Well,
in addition to that,
at least you know the audio's working.
yeah. Welcome to another installment of BrickWall Reviews. I'm Dave. This is Sam. This is the year 2021. And tonight we are going to be reviewing the latest DC superhero film, Wonder Woman 1984. Yes, this film was released on Christmas Day on both HBO Max and in theaters. So it's the beginning of this very rare technique, very new technique that's going to be happening throughout this year, 2021. But before we get into that, we want to remind you guys to like our videos, continue to tune in, subscribe to our YouTube channel. The extra mic. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do videos here weekly. This year, we're starting up some new stuff with new times. As you see, we're here an hour earlier now, so we're going to be doing our reviews at 9.
55 minutes earlier.
Well, yeah, 55 minutes earlier. I have a new hairstyle for those of you who are wondering. I just showed it off. I felt good about it. Okay, anyway. So, Wonder Woman 1984. Remember, guys, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content. WandaVision starts a couple weeks. I'll be covering that weekly, and Sam does.
So this is why he's so proud, because of his hairstyle.
I'm not proud. I'm proud, and I'm happy because we're back in this new year, 2021. We made it.
We was just here last week, Thursday.
I know, but like so much could have happened between Thursday and now.
I'm telling you.
I think.
Okay.
So, Wonder Woman 1984. What did you?
What about it?
What about it, Sam?
Well, I like the beginning part of it, of course. I think that it could have been better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fighting, and yeah, that's right. Shut up. The fight scenes, I feel it could have been a little bit better. Mm-hmm. I feel it could have been a little bit more action. While I understand the direction that they were potentially going in, I feel that the direction could have been better, being that this is not the first Wonder Woman movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Contrary to a lot of people out there, I actually like this.
Belief.
Yes, contrary to popular belief and opinion, I like this one so much more than I like the first one.
You just keep saying that, but
I do. I
understand what the direction was, but this is, to me, should have been more of a first Wonder Woman movie. Like, we already know who Wonder Woman is. I understand. Because Wonder Woman was segregated. She segregated herself from whatever the case may be. But we don't want to see that. We get it. We know she did that. That should have been a part of the first movie, and we should have saw ass kicking left and right. No questions asked. She was weak in this movie.
Yeah, and I was
tired of seeing her laid up in the corner.
I won't argue that. I won't argue anyone's dislikes on this, because I definitely can understand why there are so many dislikes. Like you just said, lack of action. This was a lot of a really talk movie. There was just a lot of things that you would expect coming into this movie, especially based off of the trailers. You would think, oh, there's going to be some action-packed Cheetah and this other guy who's doing stuff.
Rey Mysterio.
Yeah. Maxwell Lord.
I said Rey Mysterio.
You can do it too. What the hell did he say? That's how he said. That's how he sounded.
First of all, I did like the storyline of the villains. I think that they actually presented more than Wonder Woman presented. I think that if the storylines of the villains were weaker, that it would definitely drag the movie down a lot. Because honestly, it's the storyline of the villains that actually made the movie what it is.
Yes, I definitely agree with that. Because I even told you when we was watching it, I loved the way the stories were presented, and I feel like if they weren't a part of a Wonder Woman movie, they would have made for very good individual movies, because the stories were just so strong.
Yeah, the two villains, their stories were really strong, and their stories honestly could have been independent movies as well.
Yeah,
based on how strong they presented it in this one movie. Because I honestly would have liked to have seen more development of the villains, and just because even with Catwoman.
Cheetah.
Yeah, even with Cheetah, like I liked her. I wouldn't say I liked her storyline. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
say that because she was pissing me off, but I liked the character development behind her. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I like the villain part of her. Like, not I don't say I like the villain part of her because she was pissing me off with how it is. Oh, I want to be Wonder Woman. Ooh, ooh. You know, like
Mhm.
I don't know how I feel about that, but I did like the way they carried her throughout the movie.
Yeah.
And with Maxwell as well, like I would have definitely liked to see more on him and just the way that he inherited his, power, quote unquote power. And I would like to see, just a little bit more to get a better understanding of what,
Mhm.
the breakdown and stuff because I mean, he was going he was
Yeah.
going through it.
Yeah, he was. He had a tough time. All the well, not all of the, but two of the major characters from the first movie return: Gal Gadot as Diana Prince, aka Wonder Woman, and Chris Pine playing Steve Trevor, who was the love interest in the first movie. Um, I have definitely heard the complaints of how Steve Trevor's return was very problematic, and it's very it's a lot of controversy behind that because they're saying like I hate to say this because I don't agree with it, but they say like, oh, it's like rape almost because they took over. Spoiler alert, guys.
The fact that he wasn't in his physical body but went into a different body.
Mhm.
But I mean, while that could have been said, if they didn't say or show one time that he was in another body, then you wouldn't have even known because they really didn't present. And then you know how you can also just knock out that theory is the fact that the body that he took over,
Mhm.
him and Wonder Woman had a connection, which was shown at the end, because that was a connection.
Oh yeah, well yeah, at the end, yeah, but
Yeah.
throughout the whole thing, it was just a stranger before that. So I think she kind of.
I mean, but then what you gonna say about like what spirits taking over people's bodies?
Well,
Like damn now.
the only way that I can kind of agree with that sentiment that people have is they could have just bought him back because she did make a wish and he could have just appeared.
Yeah, but the fact is that the wish didn't to pan out to be the way that she thought it was going to be or the way any of them thought it was going to be.
Oh yeah, that whole monkey's paw thing.
Yeah, that's the whole thing with all the wishes because even with Cheetah and with Maxwell, like they anticipated something different from the wish.
True.
So therefore, what they wanted happened, but it just happened in a different way, and that's the same thing that happened with Wonder Woman. And I feel like people who are making that, that, shut up. Damn. Like y'all could bitch and moan and whine and complain about everything. Damn, we're not gonna have no movies.
I agree.
With y'all.
I agree.
I
definitely agree. Because I thought it was so weird. I'm like, well, I mean,
bro, just like in Ghostbusters, guess what? The little spirit took over the people's body. Ain't nobody complaining about Ghostbusters.
It's just while it may not have been the ideal way to bring him back,
and anyway,
it still happened.
Like
it happened, and it worked. I didn't see anything creepy about it.
Nobody about Ghostbusters. Who's talking about Ghostbusters? What? Now these new millennial people, shut up. We're gonna take away social media. We tired of y'all shit. That's aggravating. You can't watch nothing. Disclaimers here, disclaimers there, bruh. Get some balls.
Okay, so as a woman, you don't think that was problematic?
I did not see anything wrong with.
No, that was a genuine question. It was a genuine question. I
was even thinking that deep about it. Oh, they took over too many. It's a fucking movie.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking that deep about it either. I was kind of surprised when I saw. I was like, "What?" Comparing this, I'm like, "How?" Like. Even in that case, they slept together. Like, yeah, okay, it was somebody else's body, but the spirit inside the body was that person. Yeah, so it was still consensual. It's just inside. I don't know. Okay, anyway, we're gonna move forward from this because it's so weird. It's weird. It's very weird portion. I just thought I'd bring that up. It's really weird. But this had the same director, Patty Jenkins. She directed the first Wonder Woman, and of course, came back for this one. Newcomers, you have Kristen Wiig playing Barbara Minerva, who ends up turning into the Cheetah. You have Pedro Pascal, who plays Maxwell Lord, and you have Robin Wright, who is Antiope, which I believe Antiope is the little boy, the little son of Maxwell Lord, because I couldn't understand what he was saying when he was yelling his name the whole time. That's on me, because I was like, what? What's his name? So...
The movie is rated PG-13. It is a family-friendly movie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in other news, it was a $200 million budget.
Yeah, so
And I really don't see where they spent it. But the movie only grossed 118 million worldwide. And we're gonna say that's because of the pandemic. I believe that if the pandemic wasn't going on, it probably would have equaled out. I
yeah,
don't think it would have made as much as they wanted it to make, but they wouldn't have lost it either.
I think the definitely the first two weekends it definitely would have made what they wanted it to make.
Yeah.
But at this point, especially because the reviews are coming in and the review scores going lower and lower as the weeks pass. Because at first it started off on Rotten Tomatoes, certified fresh, almost like 90%, and then it dropped off after the rest of the people were reviewing it. And the more people review it, the lower the scores dropped.
Like, when do people get so sensitive?
I don't know if I mean I don't know if it's because I don't know why. I mean, well, I do know why because there are people who feel how you felt, which is this movie is not as strong as you were hoping. There are people who feel greater than I felt, which is like, oh, this movie is really, really good and amazing. And then there are people who are like me, are just like, well, it was good. I liked it better than the first one, but I can definitely see where some of the problems were in the movie, and it was definitely in the action. I can honestly say it because in the beginning you had they opened up with little Wonder Woman doing
Yeah,
a
and
Olympic
that's the whole
Games
thing about
thing.
it. The way they opened it up, like they set the movie up for greatness, but it was just like,
Mhm.
they
Twice.
didn't follow through. I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna say that they started it out strong. The weakest parts were Wonder Woman, like when she was fighting the villains and stuff. Like, she was still weak in there. Like, the villains were the actual
Yeah.
stars of the shows at that time.
Yeah, because the major plot of this movie really
That
hinges on a
she
wish type thing.
Yeah, and the fact that she made a wish, and as a result of the wish, because you have to lose something.
Hmm.
So she was losing her powers, and so it was pretty much a weekend to Wonder Woman, which I did not like because,
Yeah.
like, we have this female character, and
Hmm.
instead of putting her in all her glory, so that not I'm not gonna say female representation, but just the fact that when there's a lot of female characters, it is not shown all their strength. Like, we it seems like
Hmm.
we missed the mark on them. Because
Hmm.
I can even go as far as Captain Marvel.
Don't get her started.
I'm not gonna get started, but I'm just saying we can go as far as Captain Marvel,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's just like, why can't we come through for the female characters like we do the male characters? Don't get me wrong, there are some weak male movies, but
Hmm.
at the
Very much
same,
so.
but for the most part, like when we have the opportunity to present the female, superheroes or whatever, I'm gonna say the female villain in this was excellent. Like
Yeah.
like the like I would want to see it. That's why I said I would want to see a movie about her. Like the fact that she would like jealousy, but like me again with my own personal opinion, like boo jealousy, like that, like get over that shit. Like people do go through that. So just
Hmm.
because that's not something that I particularly put myself with does not mean that that story wasn't relevant. So based off of that, I would say that was a strong story or whatever the case may be.
Hmm.
But yeah, like you would just want to see more. And then it's Wonder Woman, like
Yeah,
it's
I
Wonder
was.
freaking Wonder Woman. I think Harley Quinn did more,
She did, and you know what's crazy?
and she's
People
a villain.
people don't like the Birds of Prey movie for whatever reason. I don't know. I thought it was an amazing movie, especially with it having the female representation there. And so I'm thinking, okay, Wonder Woman 1984, she's gonna be out there. She's gonna be, because the beginning with the mall scene, it was like, okay, if these are small time crooks and she's going in on them like this,
Yeah,
how is she gonna do for the rest of this movie? And it was just like,
she was getting her ass whooped.
yeah, because like while she kind of had the endurance and the right mindset to go hard, she was losing her power. So it was just like it's like wham, wham. So I do agree, definitely with you that they
And
did a poor job pulling that story this time for her second. Now, if this was like her third movie, okay.
no, because by her third movie, like I feel that I want to see it all. Like I want to see you level up to like the comic book strength to like all types of stuff. Like no, no,
Mhm.
this is to me should have been like a first movie,
Okay.
the
Yeah.
introduction to her, and now we've gotten over this because the first movie she was stronger than that or whatever. Okay, and I understand where people go through stuff, so they actually no, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this. Where they go through.
Not gonna change your heart.
Yeah. So I get it from that point, like
yeah.
like she went through a cycle in her life, but I don't want to see that cycle. I want to see her whooping ass and taking no names.
Yeah, I was. One of the things I thought was really interesting about this movie is the wishing aspect of it. That storyline was, I hear a lot of mixed things about the storyline, but my personal opinion on it is it made sense for me up until like the whole renouncing the wish thing, because I actually had time to sit back and think about it. Like, I don't know, to me it kind of just kind of fell a little flat there.
I don't think it fell a little flat because of the fact that you don't think that you would ever take back your wish. This is something that you were hoping for a long time. Like the fact that you would even consider taking it back, like no. Like I don't think that part fell flat. And then at the end of the day, like by the time you think to renounce it, other stuff is changing in life. Yeah. Which is what they kept emphasizing. It's like you're no longer going to be the same person. Mm-hmm. And while you think that your wish may be, innocent, it's not. The most innocent wish can lead to, because honestly, the wish at the end of the day is for personal gain. So I feel that portion of it wasn't as, I don't think that was bad, renouncing it, taking it back, because at least they showed the opportunity for it to be taken back. He'll be like, nah, bruh, Mm-hmm. So that's what I think on that end. So if you want to say anything was weak, it was weak. The fact that you could, potentially take it back and
just that easily, right?
Yeah. But at the end of the day, you've already made a sacrifice for it. Mm-hmm. So
yeah. Do you think Cheetah took back her wish really, or do you think she was like the one?
I don't think she took it back.
Fuck that! I'm not renouncing shit.
She did. I don't think she took it
because she was like, they showed her as like a regular human at the end. I was like, well, but she didn't say nothing. So
because the person who initiated the wishes renounced their wishes.
Oh, so it just kind of just took her.
It wipes out all the wishes.
Okay, so she'll because they said she'll kind of be back anyway, which I do hope. Because I did like the performance. I don't care what anyone says. I like the performance. I want to see more. Because one thing I hate about action movies like this is like when you have like a really cool character to introduce, they always do it at night. And so it's kind of hard to see the character. And I understand special effects are expensive or whatever the case may be.
I thought that the representation of her was pretty well. Like,
yeah, but I would have liked to see her fighting. Because I don't know. I just feel like the darkness is always a... Yeah, but she wasn't like the cheetah.
She wasn't 100% cheetah. Yeah. But I mean, they still like she was shit.
Yeah, she was kicking ass.
Yeah,
she was beating that ass in the White House. Well,
and then I'm going to say that I enjoyed that portion of it as well because she asked for the powers of Wonder Woman. So therefore, we got to see the potential of Wonder Woman through somebody else. Mm-hmm. So.
Which makes Cheetah the greatest adversary for Wonder Woman. So I really hope that they bring her back in conflict with Wonder Woman sooner rather than later, especially since they already fast-tracked the third one. Just make it,
just give us some more action in this third one. I think that it will be all right. Like, a lot of Wonder Woman fans, like, and just a lot of, like, we want to see and I'm not trying to sound like old females, old males, because I just can't stand the gender divide. Mm-hmm. But I just hope that females in these movies get a little bit, more representation and per their role in comic books and just like different things like that.
Yeah, because now
even in like the little cartoons or whatever, like
yeah. Well, see, because I guess that again, I think that's part of the reasons why I like this movie too, because I watched like a lot of the DC animated films, so I'm like, okay, this is kind of like the animated films where they do a lot of the storytelling over the action. Which is, I guess, why that didn't bother me, because I'm so used to watching those and seeing how they carry a story around. But I had to, understand, like, this is still an age where we still want to see, well, not age, but, we would rather see fighting or the action pieces as opposed to so much of the think pieces, like throw it in with some action as well. It's possible. And it was just not really, for this to be called Wonder Woman, you saw Diana Prince, but you didn't see. They could have called it Diana Prince 1984.
I'm not gonna say that because she is Wonder Woman. Like,
she is
no,
the superhero alter ego thing.
She is Wonder Woman.
But that's like if you made a Batman movie and only had like 10 minutes of Batman.
No, but that's still bad.
It's a Bruce Wayne movie.
Bruh, just like Gotham, you know, it's still Batman. Like, no, it's not. You can't differentiate the two people because they are the same person. You can't. Like, I'm sorry. Like, oh, don't call it a Wonder Woman movie because it's only 10 minutes of Wonder Woman. The whole movie is freaking Wonder Woman, just in a different,
In different capacity.
yeah,
Yeah.
just like the Joker. Like, we ain't see, yeah.
See, I was ready for that, but then I was like, you know what? She gonna get me with that one though, because
Yeah.
that was a good movie.
Yeah, and it is the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
We're just seeing different portions of the individual's life,
Mm-hmm.
and so
Darn,
yeah,
she pulled my weakness. No.
Yeah.
One of my concerns though is that this once again puts a certain section of the comic book movie world in the hands of Marvel now. Because now it's just like, no, because come on, now we got Black Widow coming this year, so now it's like, okay, Black Widow. And you kind of said that yourself, like, all right, come on, Black Widow. I want to see you in there kicking ass and doing all that.
Yeah.
And you're just like, damn, now we got to put it back in Marvel hands.
I really want to see that portion of it because of the fact that Black Widow is technically, you know, she's a superhero, but she's not a super, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's a technically a regular human being with you know great abilities. She doesn't necessarily have like the power, you know, like of Wonder Woman or of Superman or of, you know, she's not chemically altered.
Yeah, she's just well trained.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I really want to see that because at the end of the day, like, you know, we get to see a normal. It's like a Colombiana type of thing for me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's want to see, like, you know, the normal buildup of a person with natural abilities.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. So this movie clocks in at 2 hours and 31 minutes. Again, like I said, it's available on HBO Max. It had its
You know what? I was actually looking
run.
at the time, like, damn, how much time left on this movie?
Yeah, it was long. It was long. Again, something that I didn't mind so much, but I definitely understand the dislikes. It's on HBO Max until later on this month. Then it goes off of HBO Max for an exclusive theater run. And as to when and if it'll come back to HBO Max, I'm not 100% sure on that. But I know that it most likely will be back on this year, obviously, because they own the rights. 62%, currently 62% on Rotten Tomatoes. Hopefully that score does not drop any farther because I honestly don't think this movie deserves that much of a negative score.
But the whole thing about it is that it probably doesn't deserve that much negative score. But I personally don't go on Rotten Tomatoes to vote, and I'm sure a lot of people don't go on Rotten Tomatoes to vote on these movies. So we have people with their, of course, opinions of this movie going on there, and I mean that's just like, okay, so I go look at a review for a food place. You give the food place a review of 1 star because you had to wait 10 minutes or wait 20 to 30 minutes. So therefore, like, this is what these reviews are practically based on. It's like, you know, but then that's what we have to deal with as well. That's why we also go through and try to watch these movies for ourselves, like to see.
Always watch a movie for yourself, honestly, because I've seen some bad review films and I was like, well, shit, I mean, this was great.
Yeah, because if you need to cut it out. Like, I've seen his great movies. But anyway, if you like look at the plot synopsis, if you look at the plot synopsis of the movies that you're interested in, just determine if you're gonna want to watch it. I mean, just give it a try.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the best thing I can say because I don't think that is deserving of a 62% either. As much as I would have liked to have seen more in the movie, I feel that, you know, it wasn't deserving of a score that low. But then, like I said, once again, when you have more low scores and more negative opinion outweighing positive opinion, this is the median, the mean of the
average score of everything. And the whole Rotten Tomatoes thing is
and that's just in general. That's for any
for any review.
Because, you know, when you go on there and you see a movie that you like, then it's like, damn, it got like a 80 something or sometimes a 70 something. You know, I mean, it is what it is, but this is just the consensus of the public that actually took the time to make an opinion about it, public opinion.
And if you really needed that much of an opinion, come on. We're like some of the best people to get an opinion. Come on. Yeah. So, what were your thoughts going into this movie?
I was like, it's like Wonder Woman. Let's see her kicking ass and taking no names. Like, I was ready to see her power up, like,
Yeah.
Like that's my favorite part of a movie, of course, is when they power up and we get to see more of their abilities. Like
Yeah, I would say I'm pretty much on par with you as well. I was going in like, yeah, all right, this is gonna be. Well, I was a little nervous. I was like, I didn't really care for the first Wonder Woman, but I really feel like this one might be
and
the
especially where it
one.
was presented, like
Yeah, it was
and
presented
I
like,
think that's what really pissed people off too, is that it was presented in a
especially when she bought that armor out like that.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of people complaining,
yeah.
and I don't disagree. She bought that armor out like she was about to kick some ass. Got that ass kicked,
bruh. Like, how you gonna let her tear up the goddamn warrior armor? Like, this is the only kind. This is specifically special made.
And
like,
that money shot,
like I'm the tailor. You just let her fuck my shit up.
And that money shot when she take them wings off don't mean shit.
I like the music though, of course.
Yeah.
I like the music.
Wow, that's first for me. I didn't. I know I pay attention to music scores, but I didn't know you were like. I didn't know it was that. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever, man. So, what are some of your likes about the movie?
I play a whole we're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that.
What were some of your likes?
My likes were I like the building up of the villains.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way they presented them because it was accurate depiction of each person. And so I'm kind of happy about the way the villains were built up, and because you see that every day, like it's seen every day, it's noted every day.
Yeah.
Yes. And then I like the fact that they had her as a child striving for so much excellence and greatness, and even though she technically didn't cheat, because I don't think she cheated, but I like the fact that they presented that to kids, like you can't cheat your way through life.
Yeah, that was a really good message too. Like, I can't remember exactly what she said to her, but the message in that was very strong.
Yeah, she was pretty much saying you cheated because she didn't see her thing off. Because remember, she fell off the horse. So even though, okay, I can see what she cheated because she could have tried harder to get to it instead of taking a shortcut.
Yeah. What was it? She said something. She was like, you lost, but that doesn't something along the lines of just because you lost doesn't mean you're a failure. Something along those lines. Yeah. It was a very unique message that I do like that's being conveyed to families and especially kids, because a lot of kids are watching that. I think that's one of the best messages. Especially during this time as well. Yeah, definitely, especially during these times.
A lot of people are having it, real rough right now.
Yeah. I did. In addition to that, I also liked. I'm there with you on the villains. I did definitely like Maxwell. I liked his character a lot.
That's what I said. I would like to see more on it because it's even to the point like where they mentioned that of course his wish is technically taking over his body, destroying his body. So I would like to see a little bit more development. We actually saw the destruction of his body as well because I mean, bruh.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
And then
I wonder, did he wish or take from people their organs? Because he mentioned that he would do that. So I'm wondering if he actually did do that. Because I'm sure some of his organs malfunctioned, and so I'm wondering, like, as a result,
for every wish he grants, he'll get
I'm not gonna say not every wish, but when he felt like it was to the point of an organ actually like about to give up, when a person made the wish, he like, I'm taking that from you.
Interesting. I don't know.
That's what I was wondering.
I don't know. That's very interesting, though. I also I like I said, a lot of the things I liked about is just how, like I said earlier, a lot of the different subplots could have just made for really, like Gal Gadot could really make for a really creepy stalker friend in the movie. She I thought it was really good on those parts. I like that they had her kind of discover a new power, kind of.
Oh, that she made. Okay. Yeah. All right, I got it.
What we already know the dislikes around here. Yeah. Well, your dislikes are I can sympathize with dislikes. And I guess just not.
What pissed me off too, the way she was flying. when she couldn't figure out what to do with
She
her
was
hands.
still
But you know
learning.
what though?
This was
Tough.
before you
But
had
listen,
Superman.
a lot of
look
people
at.
have issues with their hands. Like, where do I put my hands? What do I do? Do I put them in my pocket, in my back pocket, and just put them down? I don't know.
Like
I don't know.
this,
It's just weird. I just walk
like
around like this.
this.
It's weird. I don't
Like
know.
you.
Yeah. A lot of like when you go on the street, like shit, I want my hands in my pocket. I put them, just have them laying down on the side. Like shit, I put them in my pocket. They gonna think I got something. I ain't play that shit today. Damn.
Yeah. Do you think it could have been a better ending?
Like I said, my main thing. Well, I think it was straight. I just didn't like the way when the woman didn't have no fucking powers.
Well, what stood out the most to you?
Bruh.
Same thing.
Yeah, I'm about tired of him. Like, bruh.
All right, so
listen, you know what I'm gonna say right now, and I don't care. We technically have answered these questions.
We have.
So
just making sure.
No, make sure of nothing. Nothing. I'm about to go to sleep on you. Like,
all right, so knowing that there's a Wonder Woman 3 coming, doesn't matter if we think it deserves a sequel or not because it's getting one anyway.
I think I would like to see a sequel because of the fact that now you presented her weak. Now she better come back.
I heard the third one's gonna be set in modern day too, so like
and taking no goddamn names.
Come on, like this one's gotta be the third one has to be the one that unites everyone.
Like I don't want like if you already have a third, I don't want to see her weak. We've seen it. We've seen her when she wasn't at her best because of the first one. Now we haven't seen her when she wasn't at her best. So now she better be at her best. In this next one, like, come on, man. So yeah.
And I mean, it doesn't matter if it did better on streaming or in theaters. That's a question we would usually ask for the streaming movies. But since this pretty much came out in both markets at the same time,
you can't even ask that question because of the fact that the numbers pretty much.
Yeah, the numbers say it, but then because of COVID, the numbers are a little different.
I'm not. Don't ask me to say it either.
I won't. Because of COVID, the numbers are different.
Off camera, we never know who's watching.
And because HBO Max numbers, they don't really release them. You can say whatever you want. We release something on streaming, so I mean, there's really nothing to say if this would have done better either or place.
What would you have given the movie?
I give it like a 4.2 because I did enjoy it.
I probably give it like a 3.8.
I understand.
You know what? Though? I probably would have been one of them people that made the damn score go down.
I understand.
You son bitches.
This movie tried to be superhero.
That's what I'm doing my head.
Like the little cat.
Yeah.
Well, that is our review of Wonder Woman 1984. Again, you know where to find it. If it's safe for you to go to the theater, go. But if not watch it at home. Yes, it's not safe. I'm gonna stop clout chasing for that one too. I'm gonna stop caping. Look, here it goes. Took my cape off. I stopped caping. All right, so come on, I stopped.
Anyway, thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
Also, if you haven't seen the movie, what is it? Soul.
Yeah, Soul. Pixar Soul.
Yeah, check it out on Disney. Disney Plus. It's a pretty interesting film.
Yes.
Yeah, so check that out.
We will be back with a review on that next time you see us together.
So we would like for some comments.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you have any suggestions, please let us know. We'll be glad to get to it. There's a new strain of the coronavirus out, so please take extra precautions. We've been a little bit relaxed since we kind of figured out what's going on with this virus, but we just need to just pick it up a little bit and just make sure that we're being extra safe since it's technically mutated forms. I'm not gonna say mutated. I'm not gonna scare you, but yeah, it's new strains, so therefore it is a mutation of the original strain. But anyway, yeah, be safe and do your research. Don't be afraid of what the media says. Do your damn research. There's plenty of credible sites out there. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay in there with kids and learning. Yeah, it's hell. But
And Sam will be
Safer.
back on Tuesday with her anime review.
Maybe I'll think about it. I do have a good little lineup though. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh,
I
listen.
pull out something for I might pull out something from my hat on Tuesday and then just go with the flow. No, I'm not.
The anime, listen, the
lied.
anime lineup this year is kind of
I
lit. Though.
lied.
The anime lineup is lit this year. Better than our film review lineup thus far.
You need to cut it out. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, y'all. Be safe. Please be safe. Yeah.
All right, and until next time, see you guys. Peace.
In the middle.